to me like.
Every day feels boring. The same thing, routine in the morning. Grew up too fast without warning. And when it rains it's pouring. I got dreams, big dreams. I wanna do big things, but I just can't seem to put it all together. I just wanna be seen. I'm jumping ship, I'ma dive in. Middle of the ocean, swimming till I find it. I see an island out ahead, filled with things that I've wanted since I was a kid. Swim to it.
Hey. What's up? Hey, True Texan. Hey, Adrian. Hey, Rock Jam. Hey, Miss B. What's up? So I was very excited to bring you Menendez Brothers news, but there is none. It got postponed until May 9th, which sucks. So I can't bring you that news, but it seems that there was some kind of, I don't know, the DA asked for a risk assessment. Hey, Jiggy. DA had asked for a risk assessment that I guess both parties didn't see from the parole board. So they put it off until May 9th, and the judge couldn't even understand why they didn't have the parole board, like why neither side saw it already. So because of that, it's put off until May 9th, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. I just think they should be free already. So that live went down in the tubes. But we have so much more to talk about. First thing I want to say, because I know a lot of people are going to watch this on repeat, $15 candles are on the website. And let me show you guys what I've done. Now, the only thing that is not 100% ready yet is the Greek collection. Hold on. I guess it don't matter. All right. So we got the Rainforest collection. And you can purchase them down here. This collection is not 100% yet. 4 bestsellers of the month. I gotta remove that. And if you guys see a scent that you want for $15, I'm adding more, but like I have to do each one slowly. But it's the amber vessels or a tin that is $15. Really any scent. So just tell me, hey, I want this scent. It's not a problem. because I got the vessels at a great price, I'm able to lower the price, but once they're gone, they're gone. Like, I'm never going to get these at this price again. So that's why I'm doing it for 15. I know the economy is pretty fucked up right now. Everything is about to go up tenfold, including candles. Manufacturers are charging 10 times more because of this fucking tariff of 145%, which everyone thinks is a big joke, like, haha, go Trump. Yeah, he totally fucked us. And people, like people on my regular Facebook are like, oh, buy American. Do you know how many fucking things made in America have parts from China? From cars to anything. Every single fucking product we have, even if it's quote unquote made in America, the parts for it come from China. So I didn't vote for him, Angel. So you're looking at the wrong one. But there's a reason why he made history right now with disapproval rate for the Americans. They said that he made presidential history, that no other president in the fucking United States has ever had such a disapproval rate at this time in his election. Because I did think groceries would go down. So I'm just really, really fucked up that everything is going up. Everything is fucking skyrocketing. It's disgusting. So for those of you that say buy American, yeah, it's not that simple. Cars Chevys that are quote unquote made in America, guess where it comes from? China. My candles are made in America, but a lot of vessels and other things come from China. That's not a choice. So cell phones, microphones, any kind of electronics, people don't realize what is about to happen to our country. We are fucked. So, in a way to make it better, I am doing this candle sale. I just happened to get lucky and ordered overstock of vessels before all this went down. So, I'm in a pretty good position with candles. So, like I said, if you want any scent that's on the site, then just let me know. Because I can really make any scent. But like I said, I just did these because I have to do one at a time. And I'm not going to add every single scent. So, but yeah. So if you need a different scent than what's on here so far, then go ahead and just tell them, buy a candle and just leave in the notes, hey, I want this scent. So I'm putting that out there for you guys. Obviously, I'm not doing that for the general public, but I'm doing that for you guys. But everything else on the site pretty much is the same. I just changed the homepage. Personally, I think it looks pretty fucking good. And it's not overcrowded. It's not too much. And personally, I think I did a pretty fucking good job. So that's done. And like I said, everything else pretty much the same. I got to redo the shop page because I just got to redo the products. But you can find all the collections over here to the left. And that's it. So that be that. So you definitely want to order your candles now. $15 for any amber candle. I also have some tins I got to put up there. We're getting there, Mimi. So order your candles now, energycandles.com for $15 candles. Like I said, once whole inventory is gone, they're gone forever. Because again, I'll never get this price again. So just want to let you guys know. All right. Next subject. Oh, fuck. There was something else. Now I forgot. There was a shooting today. Hey, Joy. There was a shooting today at FSU. The son of a cop. I don't know who he killed, but he killed one and put 5 in the hospital. 4 in serious condition. one's in critical, and another college campus shooting, which is horrible. And there was something else. I forgot what it was. Shit, I do this all the time. I should write it down. I forgot. Shit, what was it? Sly, what was I going to talk about last time? And then I forgot. As soon as I got offline, I remembered. I was like, shit. Hold on. One thing I do want to say, just so we're clear, Betty never threatened a judge. I don't know why the fuck that got put out there. Like, are people that stupid? She didn't say anything about threatening a judge. And what we found out yesterday from somebody is that it wasn't the judge. It wasn't anything to do with Betty other than someone from what they assume is QB's camp. I don't know. But that somebody sent in to a judge information about Betty and said that Betty threatened a judge or something like that. And the judge turned around and told him, I will find out who did this and they will be prosecuted. So whoever did that, I feel kind of sorry for you because you're going to get found out. This judge didn't sound like they were fucking playing, but it wasn't Betty. So, all right. Oh, I know what I was going to talk about. Hey, Rachel. Have you guys seen these billboards that the green team put out? They're the most vile fucking shit I've ever seen in my entire life. I saw the first one when I was going through my newsfeed and Chasen came up. And I was like, who the hell put that up? And she said, 24 months, woohoo. And Chasing said the green team, like Nick and them. I was like, oh my God. Oh, you haven't seen them? Here's one of them. I'll pull up Twitter for the rest. But it all kind of, oh my God, dog, shut up. Hold on. I'll have to go to Twitter for it. Hold on. They are vile. I don't know why Discord changed its thing and you can't like do anything. May, did you not understand what she was saying though? Hey, East Coast, do you not understand what she was saying? Like, I heard the whole clip. There was not a threat in there at all. It is a total fucking shit show. I agree with you. All right. Hold on. Let me. Discord changed and like you can no longer do certain things, like open something. It's very fucking weird. Oh. And the worst part about the billboards were that Seth had no problem with them. That's the fucking problem. Seth, you should have shot whoever put up these billboards, and yet you were perfectly fucking okay with it. That's a problem. That's a major fucking problem. Why am I not seeing? Hang on. Oh my God. For some reason, this last update on Microsoft wiped out every single thing on my computer. Like, I've had to re-log into everything. Ah. And I honestly, on a personal opinion, I think both of them, both sides have lost their motherfucking mind forever. I don't think Chris and Katie are any fucking better than Seth. I think they're all lunatics. Okay, why am I not fucking surprised that this psycho thinks that the billboards are fine? Sweetie Pie Low, who is an ass kisser to that fake psychic chick, I don't even remember her name. She says, "Why would a mom..." Here, I'll show you guys since I'm not on camera. She says, "Why would a mom of a missing kid not want billboards up that feature info about him as well as a hefty reward? Seriously, because I can't figure out why. And you enablers that simp for that foul-mouthed, ingrate, alcoholic piece of trash really make me sick. What is wrong with your mind? Your adoration for Chris is puke-worthy, and you care more about making sure his feelings aren't hurt than the boy who was likely murdered. Are you fucking kidding me? Why the hell would you say he was likely murdered? What the fuck is wrong with you, Sweetie Pie? Like, for real? So if that was my kid, I would have fucking beat her head in. And I'm not kidding. With how costly billboards are, I can tell you I take what I can get. That's like not taking a donation because it's small. Every bit helps. She obviously didn't see the fucking billboards. And you have all these idiots like, amen, amen. Where are the billboards? Notice how she's not showing them, though. Does anyone know Hong's name? You know what? All right, we're going to get... All right, here they are. All right. Oh, did he update one? Did they update him? Oh, you can't see. Hold on. Hang on. So I fucking hate StreamYard sometime. All right. Oh. All right. Whoops. How can I capture screen? All right. You guys, I can't give you guys sound. I don't know why, but all right. So like we really didn't need all the extra. Okay. There was no, I didn't see any Billboard. Oh. All right. Nice try, but there was nothing there. Okay, here's one. Was I too much? 447,000 reward, which they'll never pay. Call Dog the Bounty Hunter. Why? Is he a wanted fugitive? So that's one of them. Like, why the fuck would you put out, was I too much? What is wrong with you? All right, so I don't know where the others are, but they're all along the same fucking wavelength. And Seth thought it was perfectly fine. He's got no issues with it. Was I in the way? Was this one on the bottom? This one, I'm not sure what it says, but it's something similar. And honestly, why would you even pay for this? But Seth claims he's got no problem with it. Seth claims that he's okay with it. And what is Chris and Katie hiding? And yada, 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 yada. The thing that pisses me off, everybody is focused on two people, Betty and Brittany. Why isn't Nick focused on? He's the biggest fucking fraud of them all. Why isn't Dog the Bounty Hunter focused in on? Why isn't their piece of shit lawyer focused in on? How come it's only Brittany and Betty? You know what that tells me? That all these people are so fucking weak that they're going after two women. I don't see them going after the guys in this. Nick and Betty probably did all these fucking filings together and probably did all of this shit together. Lazniak can honestly might lose his fucking license over this. And if so, he deserves it. Sorry, I got the hiccups. He absolutely fucking deserves it. Putting his name on this shit was a joke. But even more than that, once everything started dropping, I even said to Patreons, is this a fucking joke? This is not done by an attorney, because an attorney would know you can't do this. You absolutely cannot do this. And no attorney in their right mind would even fucking do this. So that's why I'm like, what the fuck? So not only that, but let's get into all of the nonsense that I heard today and all of the lies that I heard today and all of the misconceptions, the patting on the back. Okay, look. Anyone that's ever been targeted by Betty in a lawsuit, gonna do a lawsuit, I'm gonna sue you, being sued, whatever. I agree that, hey, it's great that this might finally put an end to it. It could. But at the same time, all of these people that Betty has targeted has made a fucking fortune and views and everything that they wouldn't have made if not for these petty lawsuits. Not one of them would be in the position they're in if not for these petty ass lawsuits. So they can go cry to a judge, but I'm pretty sure the other side is going to say, they made money. They made tons of money off of this. Like well beyond what their lawyer costs. Now, in a SLAPP suit, they are entitled to the money. We also don't know how much they owe their attorneys. We also don't know if their attorneys are going to inflate things, which they very well could. But everyone talks about this 3 times the amount. Okay, this is where Good Egg was right. And I double checked, and I'll show you guys. So Good Egg said, some girl, Regina, went up on QB's panel stating how, oh, it's written into the law and they're automatically going to get 3 times it. Then no, they're not. That's not written in the law at all. What is written in the law is that they are entitled to lawyer fees. That they are entitled to. They are entitled to, it doesn't mean they're going to get them, but they are entitled to them. How much lawyer fees are involved? It's up to the judge. But everyone is counting like they're making millions and, you know, Betty's going to sell her house. That is not happening. And even if they're offered tons of money or granted tons of money, do you really think they're ever going to see a fucking dime? They're not. So they need to sit back and stop thinking they're getting rich and stop thinking that, oh my God, now I'm going to be able to move out of my parents' house and buy $1 million, buy $1 million home and a brand new car. They're never going to see a dollar. Even if the lawyer gives them, let's say 100 grand between them, 50 grand a piece, 33% of that probably goes to the attorney. A good chunk of that is going to go to the attorney. Then you got taxes or whatever. But that's if they ever get paid. None of these people have a dollar to fucking piss on or throw out or a pot to throw it out of. They don't have money. If you think that Betty's going to sell her house, you've got another thing coming. If you think that any of them are going to fucking fork up any money, you are delusional. They will keep this wrapped up in appeals for years. Like you guys will be long off of YouTube by the time any of this comes to fruition. Fuck, Nick can't even leave his goddamn house. He's on house arrest like he can't even leave his fucking house. Now, what I don't know is I don't know who was in court with them because I don't really track any of them. So I don't know if I kind of got the feeling today like Lesniak was a pot to piss in our window, throw it at him, whatever. It sounded like Lesniak had never been in the court before, which didn't really make sense to me. But that's kind of what someone sounded like on QB's panel. I don't know if it's true or not, but they're not automatically entitled to 3 times the amount from each defendant. The judge told them, and I didn't realize this, but the judge told them that at this time, they're not giving them punitive damages, which means that there is no extra money that's going to come to them. Now, the judge did leave it open with not at this time. So the judge could end up looking through everything and be like, there you go. Now, the other thing is they did something collectively. They're not going to have to pay out individually. That's just not the way the law works. You have a plaintiff. Okay, they don't have any wages, Marie. Don't you get it? They don't have any wages. They don't have any lost money. There's nothing they can claim. And the judge already said they're not giving them anything outside of, like, you're one of the people that gets things twisted. That's a good point, Nani. They can file for bankruptcy and have the whole thing dismissed. That's a really good point. Marie, you're one of the people that don't understand the law. The judge said at this time, they're not getting punitive damages. That means that they can't get anything for lost wages. That's what punitive damages is. And they don't have lost wages. They've made money. They didn't even pay their own attorney's fees. And I'm sure that's going to come up, although I don't think it makes a difference. But Noni's right. They can file for bankruptcy and nobody's ever going to see a fucking dime. And I guarantee you that's what's going to happen. Now, at the same time, no, Maria, I actually told you that the RICO was fucking nonsense and it was going to get thrown out. That's what I told you. And I was right. As a matter of fact, if I look through the messages, I think you were telling me how the RICO was a good thing and that the RICO was something that, was going to go through, if I remember correctly. So one thing that I had pointed out to Patreons earlier, now I can't tell you if, like, I'm not a lawyer, so I don't know if I'm 100% right on this, but after hearing that they didn't get punitive damages, I think I am right about this. They weren't looking for money. They weren't asking for money. Oh, I said it wouldn't go through either. But I don't think that a judge can award something that was never asked for in the first place. Like if I'm suing you for $100,000 and I lose, well, the judge could turn around and switch that and be like, okay, well, you lost, so now you have to pay them $100,000. That happens all the time. But in this case, the plaintiffs weren't asking for money. So a judge can't just come up with a number and be like, here you go, we're going to offer you $100,000. And I think they're thinking that that's the way it works, and it doesn't. There was never money offered to begin with, so there's no money coming back. No, the SLAPP entitles them to, and I looked it up, I'll show you. The SLAPP entitles them to court costs and also to attorney's fees. That's it. Legal fees and attorney's fees. Yes, it is stop frivolous lawsuits. I'm not saying it's not. What I'm saying is that the judge can't come up with an automatic number and be like, okay, well, we're going to give you $100,000 just because. That's what I'm saying. And they're running around like they're going to be rich off this. And that's just not true because there's no money to turn it around. There's no, that's not true. I don't know why everybody keeps saying this. I looked it up. Google is your friend. The SLAPP is not automatically 3 times in Pennsylvania. It is not, just not. Look it up. It's not each individual person. I did look it up. It is not each individual person. 3/4 of the people in this don't even fucking live in the state of Pennsylvania. So how are they going after people that don't even live in the state of Pennsylvania? There is no jurisdiction over the people that don't live in Pennsylvania. Betty is one of them. The only people that live in Pennsylvania are Nick. That is the only person that they have true presiding over is Pennsylvania, is Nick. I am not 100% positive, but I'm pretty fucking sure that that they don't have jurisdiction over any of the other parties involved because they're not in the state of Pennsylvania. I'm not 100% sure though. But I know logistically in any other aspect they wouldn't have jurisdiction over it. But I also don't know who showed up in court, who was in court for the other times that they went to court. And to be honest with you, I don't want to hear about BBQ has 60 grand in bills. She's dropped about 15 grand to Queen Bee. I mean, I don't know for sure, but it seems that way. She drops at least a couple hundred every day. So her $60,000 bill, who gives a fuck? She's got plenty of money, obviously. So she can't be crying. Oh, Hung is also in PA? Okay, so then Hung can do it as well. So Lizniak did go to court. That's what I was wondering, because someone on QB's panel today seemed like something about that, like Lizniak had never been to court before. And I was wondering, was he in court or not? Yeah, all that stuff I think is going to play a part. That's what I'm saying. The judge could turn around later and be like, hey, you know what? This is more frivolous than I thought it was originally. So yeah, we're going to award you X amount of money. They could do that. I mean, absolutely they could. And that may be why the judge says not at this time, meaning she hadn't had time to go over everything. So it is possible. At the same time, it's possible she could just throw out the whole thing and said everybody breaks even. It's up to a judge. Yeah, but they have to go back next week. All right. So if you guys aren't aware, they have to go back. I believe it's next week for whatchamacallit. They go back next week for the judge's ruling on what is owed. That's why. So he went and he didn't know what the fuck he was doing and asked for another extension. Tony texts flat out, I'm trying to cost you money. Yeah, I know. I saw that. I heard that. But that's why I was wondering, Lesniak could really get in fucking trouble. Like, he could lose his fucking license. He could get barred. I heard the judge went at him pretty hard, but I don't know. Some of these people are not exactly credible, but he could get barred. I agree. I said that earlier, that he should fucking get barred. He absolutely should get barred. And I literally cannot fucking believe that I just cannot fucking believe that any lawyer would put themselves in jeopardy like that. For what? I hope he does get in trouble. I really fucking do. He needs to get in trouble, because How many other people did he do this with? How many other times did he let Nick fucking use his um use his license number and shit? I mean, that's fucked up. That's really fucked up. I'm like, wow, seriously? So, but I knew it was gonna happen. It was so fucking obvious, like so obvious with what they were filing, the shit they were turning in. It was fucking ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Because just me, if you've ever been in a lawsuit, you would see the shit they were filing. No lawyer would ever put their name on that, ever. It was the biggest joke ever. That's how. Marie, I'm with you. I don't disagree with that at all. So, other things that were said today, which were like, what the fuck are these people thinking? B. Tim was so fucking excited about what happened. Now, mind you, it's great because maybe it'll finally put a stop to it. But someone made a comment, which I found very interesting, that if Illinois had this law, then Queen Bee's great attorney would have been able to stop Betty. Well, let me just show you guys, just so you know. The Illinois citizen participation, which is Illinois' anti-SLAPP law, has been in effect since August 26th of 2007. So can someone tell me why her attorney didn't use it? Why her attorney didn't do it? You know, her great fucking attorney? Hey, Debbie. Why her great fucking attorney didn't do it? Was there like some scamming going on? That it was just a money grab? Because seems to me he could have filed this a long fucking time ago. And then you wouldn't have this fucking issue. So explain to me why it hasn't been used. 2007. Took me a 2-minute Google search. If there's anything that screams Betty deserves this, why wasn't it used? You know, I hear people talk about Queen Bee's great fucking attorney. Well, he didn't even try to use this, which makes me think it's all one big fucking money grab. So, because, I mean, this should have been used a long time ago. So instead, let's just keep racking up the bill. Let's just keep racking in money when she could have won this a year ago, literally. After Betty got like shut down twice, why wasn't this used? So it makes you wonder. It makes you think. When Betty said that they were in sync and they were raising money together and, you know, it was all laughed at. But is there really something more to that? I don't mean that, you know, they're in sync together. But did Queen Bee say, hey, no, don't do that? I want to raise more money? Because we know she's raised a hell of a lot more than she's paid out. I mean, that's a given. And she cries all the time, oh my God, it's been, you know, 2 years and it's still going. Looks to me like you had the power to stop it and chose not to. Why? Why? And that's an honest question. Why?
Fucking get a leash and carry me around. You got me fucked.
Tina D. My arm hit my phone. And it was on Lil Queens. That's funny. But that's an honest question, though. Seriously, though. Why wouldn't you use this like a year ago? Why is this still... It's been in Illinois since 2007. Why haven't you used it? It's a perfect case for it. Even the judge, she keeps filing bullshit. So why not? Why don't you put an end to it? So either she has the worst fucking attorney who is too much of a pussy to take this on and went the other way. And now they're worried about depositions. It's bullshit. Like, enough is enough. Just throw an anti-SLAPP on her, get her, and be done. This, like I said, this could have been ended over a year ago. But think about all that money she wouldn't have raised and all of that poor me stuff that she couldn't no longer play, and that playing on Betty that she couldn't do anymore. Yeah, this has been in effect years. And you can't tell me her lawyer didn't know about it. Of course he did. So even after Betty was denied like the second or third time or whatever it was, like she got shut down like 2 or 3 times, would have been a perfect time to hit her with an anti-SLAPP law. But nope, wasn't done. Instead, they're going for depositions and this and that. It's all bullshit. Nothing but a fucking money grab. 100%. So, although I will say I love how she shut down Molly. Love it. That was fucking awesome yesterday. So, there's that. There was something else. Okay. So I told you guys I would show you what I was talking about. So I'm going to show you. HB 1466, comments on bipartisan, blah, 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 free speech. Pennsylvania's current anti-SLAPP law is too weak and too narrow. This is from 2023 to 2024. Oh, you didn't hear fucking Queen Bee last night? Oh my God, it was hysterical. You didn't hear her rant? I was gonna record it and didn't. But yeah, she went on a fucking rant that was hysterical. It was awesome. Exactly. The bee ran over her with a bus, backed up, and hit it again. Hey, Aussie. I'll play it if you want. It's fucking hysterical. I mean, it's good. It's good shit. Yeah, that was total bullshit, Marie. Total bullshit. See, if you only heard Molly on Dolly's channel, then you think that it's real. And that what Molly was saying was real, but it was actually the exact opposite. Total. I'll show it after. Let me finish this part. So anti-SLAPP laws will create a clear process, challenge anti-SLAPP, quickly dismiss. Hey, Marie, 56 months, woo woo. Broad expanded this wasn't it. Mandatory awards for attorney's fees, court cost, expense to litigate. Oh, that's proposal. That's not what I was looking for. Okay. In Pennsylvania, the 3 times rule refers to the fee shifting provision, which mandates the defendant to pay the plaintiff's attorney's fees, court costs, and expenses of litigation in certain circumstances. Again, certain circumstances. It's not guaranteed. Specifically, if a defendant successfully asserts immunity under the anti-SLAPP law, they are entitled to recover their fees from the plaintiff. Conversely, if a defendant's assertion of immunity is deemed frivolous or to delay proceedings, the plaintiff can recover fees. Breakdown of 3 times rule in PA. If a defendant can demonstrate the lawsuit is a SLAPP and successfully asserts immunity under the anti-SLAPP law, they are entitled to recover their attorney fees, court costs, and expenses of litigation. If the defendant's assertion of immunity is deemed to be frivolous or made solely to delay the proceedings, the plaintiff can also recover their attorney fees, court costs, litigation. Pennsylvania's anti-SLAPP, enacted in July of 2024, protects all First Amendment expression, not just those challenging environmental laws or regulations. The law allows for early dismissal of meritless SLAPP suits, minimizing the burden on the defendants. The law includes a mandatory fee shifting provision, ensuring the defendants who are forced to defend against litigation against frivolous SLAPP suits can recover their legal costs. Okay. Now let me show you guys where a lot of you are getting confused. This is against a frivolous SLAPP suit. They don't have a frivolous SLAPP suit. The fee shifting is from when you win against a frivolous SLAPP suit. They don't have that. They won a legit SLAPP suit that wasn't frivolous. It was a frivolous lawsuit, but not a frivolous SLAPP suit. The law aims to protect free speech and public participation by providing a mechanism for early resolution of SLAPP suits. Immunity is granted under the law if the party asserting a claim based on protected expression fails to establish a prima facie case as to each essential element of its claim, fails to state a cause of action upon which relief was granted, there's no genuine issue to any material fact. There is nothing in here about 3 times that everyone keeps fucking talking about. And I've heard a lot of people say it. I see nothing about it ever. Stated purpose. Protected public expression. As long as a claim involves protected public expression as defined by the bill, the new and I personally think they fucked themselves because they included all of these things that they said that had absolutely no basis. But when I saw all the exhibits that they put in, I was like, this is helping them. This is not hurting them. And that's exactly what happened. Plaintiffs who are seeking to file claims of defamation involving protected public expression must ensure that they have all the facts necessary, which they did not. Yeah, there's nothing about this 3 times thing that everyone keeps talking about. Like, Betty is her own worst enemy. She really is. All right. Any questions? What did the judge write on the ruling? They're not getting punitive damages, and they're only getting lawyers' fees, possible lawyers' fees. The judge will decide next week. They have to go back to court next week. I mean, does anyone have a copy of the paperwork? I mean, I'll go through it. No. I mean, they can ask for whatever they want, but they're not gonna get it. Because the judge said they're not offering punitive damages. They denied punitive damages. So, at this moment, they can't ask for more than lawyers' fees. At the moment. Uh She put it on members only? No. I have a gift membership to her under 4 different accounts. Some of them I haven't even used in, like, forever. I don't see it anymore. I think she took it down. Did she take it down? Hold on. Yeah, it's from today. Oh, wait, here's the court filing. Here's the paperwork. I can do it this way. Alright. Oh. Alright. It's the only people on here. Seth, Tony, Betty, Brittany. I don't know who Christina is. I thought Julia's not with them anymore. I'm confused. Alright. Together with the Trude motions, the anti-SLAPP motions, plaintiffs' untimely responses thereto. Together, plaintiffs' untimely response to the anti-SLAPP motions are referred to herein as the responses filed on February 14th. This is all blah, blah, blah. February 12th, advising an oral argument, the anti-SLAPP would be heard on February 18th. Parties' filings of record related thereto. The supplemental reply memorandum of law in support of saying motion. And the operative complaint for injunctive relief for other equitable relief filed nominally, having held oral argument. All right. It's hereby ordered and decreed that the anti-SLAPP motions are granted for the reasons set forth herein. Okay. Case arises from alleged statements and or conduct of the defendants who host true crime podcasts, blah, blah, blah. Discuss the case of a missing child and are publicly available online. All of whom are either a media company, a television personality, or various YouTube broadcasters. which are panels, live shows. Okay. Text message from plaintiff to defendant. State, I'm actually going to file a civil suit against you and make you pay to defend it. Don't even care if I win. That's, being that the judge put that in there, that's heavy shit. Very rarely does a judge do that in an answer. Usually lawyers do that, not judges. So that's pretty heavy. Stand by. I was done with you, but oh well. Again from Nick. Both of these Nick? One's Tony, one's Nick. We're not asking for money. If the end the nonsense Monday, this could be settled Tuesday. Do not dispute that they have discussed search for missing kids. Indeed, all parties agree that I'll summarize true crime podcast. To be dismissed because engaged in. And I said, most assert this lawsuit is not only frivolous and baseless, but also a prime example of the type of lawsuit of the Pennsylvania legislator sought to deter by enacting. Oh. I don't know. Based on the foregoing, the preliminary question raised in the anti-SLAPP motions is whether defendants' YouTube broadcast podcasts are protected forms of public expression. If so, defendants are immune from the lawsuit in this case unless the court determines that the parties asserting the claims have either established a prima facie case or as to each essential element of the asserted causes of action, or shared a cause of action upon which relief can be granted. Statute provides that in resolving motions, such as the anti-SLAPP motions before the court shall consider the record as defined, the special motion or responses, and the evidence which can be considered on a motion for summary judgment. Once again, the court notes that the alleged YouTube podcasts have not quoted or specifically something. All right. It is by ordered and decreed that defendants' motions pursuant to 42 something to dismiss the causes of actions asserted against them based on the defendant's protected public expression immunity are granted. The complaint is dismissed in its entirety with prejudice, means it can't come back. Plaintiffs are responsible jointly and severally to and shall pay dependents attorney's fees, court costs, and expenses of litigation and cost. Okay, so this is where I'm confused. The order states that they have to pay attorney's fees. They're responsible jointly and separately to and shall pay defendants attorney's fees, court costs, and expenses of litigation, and cost is required. So what are they going to court for next week? That's where I'm confused. It's already been ordered. Like the judge ordered them, okay, you got to pay court cost. I don't know what everyone's freaking out about. Oh, maybe to determine what the court costs are? Because that's it. I mean, they have to pay court cost. There's no 3 times. There's nothing. That's it. I don't understand how you pay separately and jointly. That part I don't know. Yeah, was Seth's name on here? I don't think it was. Yeah, but what I'm saying is it's already done. There is no 3 times. They're not getting any more money that they think they're gonna get. Nobody's selling their fucking house. Like, I heard all day, they're going through everything. It's right here. They're not getting any more than what's right here. Now, how much they get in court costs and all that, that's to be determined. But there is no 3 times. There is no they're getting court costs. Done. End of story. They're not getting anything more. The judge is not gonna change their mind later. Well, I guess they could, but it's ordered. They gotta pay court costs. Court cost, expenses of litigation, which I'm not 100% sure what that means, and court costs and attorney's fees. But I don't think they would have any court costs because they didn't file anything. Well, maybe they did. Yeah, they may have. For the anti-SLAPP, they would have had to pay something. But everyone's talking about this 3 times. No, that wasn't ordered. So what they have to go to court for next week is they need to determine, I guess, how much those court costs are. I guess the lawyers have to bring the bills to the courts and be like, here you go. It's the jointly and separately, but I don't know to what extent. Like, that's what I'm wondering. To what extent is it separately? No, I don't. What destroyed them is the things they filed were so over the top and so ridiculous. Now, Granny said that the judge had said something to Lesniak, but I thought they said it was in the paperwork, but there's nothing in the paperwork about it. And like I said, Granny's not exactly credible on the law. So I don't know. And maybe they're going to court next week to figure out what each party has to pay. But one thing, oh, Seth is on there. I wasn't sure if Seth was on there. I was like, did I see Seth's name? But like I said, no matter what, they're never going to see a fucking dime. So they can be hip, hip, hooray and all day long. They're never going to see a dime. I think that too, Marie, that they might have different, whatchamacallit, they might have different, like the weight of what they have to pay could be different. I kind of think that too. So that's it. So everyone that's yelling at me about this 3 times can apologize because that's not in the order. That would have been in the order. It's very simple. They have to pay attorney's fees, court costs, expenses of litigation, and I think that's a generic thing. Because, well, yeah, I guess no, I'm wrong. They would have I keep thinking they were just defendants, but they're not. They had to pay the anti-SLAPP fees. But yeah, they're not getting rich off this. Because if the attorney's fees were, let's say, $100,000, and I'm not saying they are because they're not, but I mean, they went to court twice. Hey, good vibes. Nick, Hung, and Julia and the lawyer were in court. Okay. I'm not 100% sure that the court has jurisdiction over the people that don't live in the state of Pennsylvania. I don't know. I don't know if it's like a whole corporate thing. I'm just not sure. But I thought Julia was on Queen Bee's side. I'm confused. I thought she like went over to the dark side. But I do want to know why they're so quiet. Like, how come they didn't say anything? Like, how do you feel now? Y'all thought that you were so smart and you were going to get one over on, you know, the other side, and y'all end up looking like fucking assholes, and it's going to cost you 4 times as much. Make it make sense. Just make it make sense. I don't no, I think that's a different Julia. The lawyer wouldn't have to pay. The lawyer would his thing is totally different. Yeah, good vibes. I touched on that earlier. This whole you like Britney is the last fucking person in this chain. Like, why aren't they going after Nick, Tony? Like, why aren't they going after the men? Like, SF is such a fucking pussy boy. That's why he's like, oh, let's go after Britney. Why? Because your buddy GW, who fucking idolizes you, even though you're an idiot. I really don't even understand why anybody listens to SF. But I guess if you're dumb, SF seems smart. I don't know. But Britney is like, she was nothing but a fucking name. Guys, the lawyer doesn't pay the person. The lawyer has nothing to do with this. I mean, he might get his own fines from being an a-hole, but he's not going to have to pay anything. He doesn't pay the lawsuit. That comes from the individuals, not from the lawyer. The lawyer has nothing to do if they lose a suit. That's all on the plaintiffs. Hey, Criminal Med. Yeah. They signed a contract to be a plaintiff. That's what I'm saying, though, but the lawyer has nothing to do with it. Hey, Whistle Down. They're not going to get anything. I mean, they may be awarded for it, but they're not going to, they're never going to see a dime. And if they do, it's like way down the road. But if the lawyer gets in trouble, that's different fees from this. But yeah, the lawyer doesn't have to pay anything. If he loses for a client, he loses. There's nothing off his back. It always says reasonable attorney fees. So an attorney can't charge $200,000. And I'm sure the lawyer is going to bill for tons of stuff that they haven't paid yet. So you got to say that they're going to get 33%. The lawyer, Barbecue and Granny's lawyers are going to get 33%. So whatever they do get, they're going to get almost a quarter of it removed immediately. But yeah, I just don't know why everybody's talking about this 3 times when it's pretty clear what they were awarded. They were awarded 3 times, it would have said it. I want to know if BHB is going to jail even for 30 days. I don't know. She should though. Thank you, Tara. But let me tell you, she went for the grand jury. Like, she thinks that this is a win. Betty, the grand jury is not a fucking joke. If it goes to the grand jury, it means that they have enough to go after you. And I just can't believe how far this is going. It did not say 3 times. Plaintiffs are responsible. I'll show you again. Plaintiffs are responsible jointly and severally for and shall pay defendants attorney's fees, court costs, and expenses of litigation and costs as required by 42 Pennsylvania. That's it. Yes, the court declined to award punitive damages, just court costs and attorney's fees, according to page 26 of the order. Exactly right. I just can't believe how Betty's acting like it's no big deal. No, Betty, you're kind of fucked. This is like serious. Yeah, but once a judge puts in an order, she can't change the order. And like I said, there was no money to begin with. They weren't if they were asking for money, this would be a totally different ballgame. But they weren't asking for money. This, according to them, this was never about money. Therefore, it was never about money in the first place. So they can't get something that didn't exist in the first place. Betty should have avoided the grand jury. I agree with you. Prepaid lawyer retainer, but every call, yes, correct. But they can only charge so much. You can't, like, they went to court twice and they see the paperwork. They could see what a lawyer would have to, like, charge. They can't go in with a $200,000 bill and be like, hey, you owe this to us. It has to be looking at, a normal fee. But most lawyers aren't going to do that anyway. It's kind of up in the air. It says that the parties are responsible jointly and severally. Thank you, good vibes. I just don't know if that means for a total cost. I don't think it means individually. But I do think the judge is going to rule on which defendant weighs more, kind of thing. Like, let's say Julia. I don't think there's even text messages of Julia. Even Brittany. I don't think Brittany's going to have to pay any exorbitant amount. Now, Nick and Betty, possibly, because they probably wrote all of the bullshit that was turned in. Now, Amber, what I said earlier is it's very possible that a judge can be like, after, a judge at this time may not have looked at anything. Now, all of a sudden looked at it and is like, holy shit, this is fucking ridiculous. And then award punitive damages. That's possible. But I don't believe they're going to reward something that wasn't around in the first place. That's my issue. They weren't asking for money in the first place, so there's nothing that could be turned around after. I think it's hysterical that Queen Bee makes money for thank you, Tara. That Queen Bee makes money for fucking barbecue lady. Here it is. Defendant's motion, the complaint is dismissed in its entirety. Yeah, I saw that. So anyone that comes at me with this 3 times can now apologize. Karma. I mean, honestly, anyone that fucking thought that this was a real thing is silly as fuck. Tara, who you are is on the tip of my tongue, and I can't remember. You don't have to say it, but I can't remember. I'm like, I know this name. I know who that is. I just can't remember. Hey, Pug Love. I believe they did ask for punitive, and that's why it was denied. But you got B. Tim like the idiot over there. I may have already seen what? I may have seen what, Pug Love? Pug Love, do you see that shit with fucking Keemstar? Oh my God. That is nasty. Someone called me this afternoon. It was like, you gotta fucking hear this. This is nuts. I know, I'm trying. Which email, Pug? Pug, which email? It's crazy. You fell down the stairs? Oh no. All right. So in Pennsylvania, jointly and severally means that multiple defendants can be held responsible for the full amount of damages awarded to a plaintiff, regardless of their individual percentage of fault. This applies even if only one defendant is partially liable. So joint liability, when multiple defendants are jointly liable, they are responsible for the same debt or obligation. Several liability, when defendants are severally liable, they are each only responsible for their portion share of the damage. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Joint and several liability. In Pennsylvania, if defendants are found jointly and severally liable, the plaintiff can sue any one of them and recover the full amount of the damages, even if that defendant is only partially responsible for the harm. So to me, you go after the person that has the money. But the mistake was, though, that people kept saying that they can sue each person. Let's say they, attorney's fees are 50 grand. They're acting, people are telling them today that they can sue each one of them for 50 grand. I'm like, no, it's a total amount. You're not going to get 50 grand from each party. If you were going to get, let's say 5 parties, 10 grand from each of them. Okay. But you're not going to get 50 grand from each individual. And that's what people were telling them. I'm like, no, that's not the way this works. So thank you for sending me this, because this confirms what I was saying. But the good thing is, when it does say joint and several liability, that means that they can point out who they want to go after. So if they want to go after Dog, they can. I don't know which one of them has money. Yeah, there's nothing even on here for 3 times. I don't know. Someone came up with this thing that you get 3 times the amount, which it's just not true. Yeah, it looks like that's a good way to get fucking hit. Like, it's a good way to get the order. All right. So the Fair Share Act, Pennsylvania's Fair Share Act limits joint and several liability in some cases. Defendants found less than 60% are liable and only responsible for their proportionate share of the damages. However, joint and several liability still applies to defendants found at least 60% liable, as well as those liable to intentional torts. Joint and several liability may apply even if defendants are not found to be 60%. If the harm was see, they didn't really get any harm though. That exactly. They were talking about getting a yacht and vacate. Like, oh my God, you guys, you're not getting money. That's what I'm saying. They think they're gonna get rich. Like, I heard them talking like Betty's gonna put her house up. Betty ain't putting her fucking house up, you idiots. Brittany's gonna have to sell everything. Like, guys, that's not gonna happen. Just stop. Like, literally, just fucking stop. But that's what I'm saying. They can only get how much is awarded, and what's awarded attorney fees separately, because they each have their own attorneys. So Granny's gonna get some, and Barbecue Lady's gonna get some. And what's her name's bill is Granny's Watching's bill isn't more than 20 grand, and Barbecue Lady, I have no idea. Yeah, I don't know where everybody got this 3 times thing from. I have not found it anywhere. Yeah, no. That's why B. Tim is an idiot, Laundry. And will always be an asshole. So again, yeah, I just don't know where it came from, because I have not found anywhere that confirmed it. Anywhere. I don't know why everyone thinks B. Tim is smart. The guy is an idiot who is like so high because they lost a lawsuit. Like he's personally involved or something. And to be fair, I mean, I don't know how the law works in, this scenario, but they're going to fight saying they didn't pay anything for lawyers. They crowdsourced. Now, could that win? I guess it depends on the judge. Granny thought that is what the anti-SLAPP meant, that they would get 3 times the fee. Yeah, I don't know why she thought that. Allegedly, he does criminal med. Allegedly. I say that. Allegedly. They both went to court like once and filed paper responses. No way their attorney fees are. Yeah, hey, Verika, I don't know if they are. Yeah, I can't find it. I think she took it down. Let me see if someone else has it. Because it was last night and I don't see a video. Even on members, I don't see a video. I'm like, did she really fucking take it down? I had to start recording that shit. Because Molly went on fucking Dolly's lying her ass off. Video. It's a lot of stuff from 2 years ago. So this was her 8-hour live. Yeah, it was last night. You know, let me try history. Let me see if that works. Now, it wasn't on the Hive channel. It was on Queen Bee. Let me check history. All right, there's Clue. I think she took it down. Oh, wait, is this it? No, that's Clue. She must have taken it down. Damn, it was so good, too. She pussied out and took it down. That was Queen Bee today. Yeah, she took it down. What a wuss. I'm surprised clip channels don't have it. Why does nobody clip her? Damn, that sucks. Okay, someone got Molly talking about Queen Bee. But nobody got Queen Bee talking about fucking Molly. How is this even possible? I'll try it, but I'm pretty sure it was on regular Queen Bee. No, because I even looked in my history and it wasn't there. Yeah, no, it's not here. I don't understand how nobody caught it. It was such a fucking great rant. Like every single thing Molly said about Queen Bee was actually reversed. Isn't it the Code Red? No, that was her earlier one. That was the one of her in the afternoon. I mean, I'll look, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Oh, wait, you might be right. All right, hold on. All right, you might be right. All right, Verika, you're in luck.
But I knew when Molly was down there kissing everybody's ass what time it was. That's all right, Chris. You be careful getting linked up with a tragedy pimp like that. I'll promise you that. You better be very careful. If you fucking wasn't recorded the last time, you sure as fuck will be the next time. Shit, she recorded a fucking little girl in church. But guess what? Somebody recorded your little girl in church too, didn't they, Chris? Molly did the same shit to another fucking family. Summer Wells. The one Tiffany Marie cares so much about. That one. Yeah, that little girl. The one that Molly was standing outside their fucking house, yelling and screaming up their fucking driveway. Yeah, that family. Like I said, I don't fucking forget. You want me to kiss your ass for an affidavit? Fuck you. The fuck? Oh, you didn't reach out. Why the fuck would I, bitch? I'm paying for a fucking attorney. Have been for 2 years. Remember? Walter's the one that told Betty how to run my fucking bill up, bitch.
That is true, though. I forgot about that. But yeah, Molly taught Betty everything she knows. Just saying.
Most of us haven't forgotten, but there's a few motherfuckers that are new that have no fucking idea how much of a trash bag bitch she really is. Fuck around and find out. Keep fucking with her. You're gonna find out. You want to talk about, I talked about the lady you got fired at the furniture store? Bitch, you are bogus as fuck to that girl at the furniture store. Fuck are you talking about? She lost her fucking job because you couldn't get your fat ass out of bed, Molly. I still have all those lives fucking saved. You know what? We can go over all of them. How about that? Matter of fact, I'll take people down the Molly Golightly memory lane so that everybody knows who in the fuck you are before they get close to your dumb ass. I'm so fucking sick of you motherfuckers out here acting like you're fucking innocent when you got snake ass vibes. Just like somebody recorded Chris's daughter in fucking church. What'd you do? Molly? What'd you do? Go on and tell you. Did you tell Chris you recorded another little girl in church? Just like somebody recorded his daughter? Bet you probably didn't. Did you tell him how much you harassed these other families? I bet you probably didn't. Did you tell him that you paid the babysitter $500 to give you what is that? Information, allegedly? In my opinion, that's what it was for, with you and ICU, because we got those videos saved too. Or what about the baby scream saying, turn that shit up. Turn that shit up. Blast it, Justin, for all blasted. Bitch, we don't forget. Fuck out of here. You've tormented these goddamn families for way too fucking long to just slink your ass back the fuck in here. Jenny Jen, where you at? We got a rat back bitch slithering her fucking ass back the fuck in here.
Now, in case you're not aware of why Queen Bee is so mad. So when Molly first came back, I'll give you guys a backstory. When Molly first came back, and I told people, I don't blame QB. I'd be just as fucking mad. But QB had brought Molly on her panel. She was trying to be nice. She was kind of going to let things go because Queen Bee needed something out of her. She wanted her to sign an affidavit or something for Betty. And she brought her on panel. I said that too, Johnny. But she brought her up on panel that, like, if she could sign an affidavit, if she would go to court. And Molly said, of course I will. I'll go against Betty. No problem. So Queen Bee's attorney has been trying to get a hold of Molly. And Molly keeps blowing it up. So Queen Bee thought that Molly was cool and that she was going to do this and help her. So, especially because she talks about Betty every fucking day. So then I guess Queen Bee asked Chris to ask her something. I don't know. But Molly was like, I'm not going to court, blah, blah, blah. So Queen Bee was fucking pissed. But she was more pissed because Molly did a Molly and, buddied up to Clue. And last night had like 900 people in her live because of Clue. Well, Queen Bee was like, no, fuck that. You ain't taking our subs. Because everyone thought, oh, Molly's so great, blah, blah, blah. And QB said, oh, hell to the no. See, the reason why I don't think so, Angel, because Queen Bee doesn't give a fuck about having lunch with him. She don't give a shit. I mean, think about it. Do you think she wants to have lunch with the crowd, with the Proudfoots? No. She does just fine sitting on her panel, racking in the money, not even showing her face. She don't give a fuck about the Proudfoots or about going to lunch with them. Hey, Keith.
You killed your baby, Candace. Molly, go lightly. That'd be you, right? Screaming at Candace, you killed your baby. But you're against Betty saying that shit to Chris and Katie, right? You're a flip-flopping, switching up bitch. Took up fucking money to go sit down in fucking court. Didn't even say a fucking word to Betty because you're a scary bitch. 99% bitch runs through your blood, baby. Fuck are you talking about? She accused Robin's daughter of getting in her purse when she got caught filming in church. Yeah, no, I remember. Oh, I remember. Why take up money for a trip if she's rich? Good question. Then she sits out there, y'all didn't do no fundraisers. No, I don't. I'm dealing with a fucking lawsuit, you dumb bitch. Have been for 2 years, one that you encouraged. Oh, you forgot that part of it, though, didn't you? So why me and my subscribers are struggling to pay attorney fees, you're sitting over there thinking shit's fucking cute. Nah, bitch, I don't think so. Or when you stole a fucking $5 bill out of a stripper's ass crack and had to go to jail for it looking like a fucking idiot. And yes, bitch, I sure the fuck did come in your chat and check the fuck out you. Sure the fuck I did. Triggered the piss out of your bitch ass. You're a fucking washed up ass fucking old ass YouTuber. You're 90,000 subs. You kicked them down the fucking drain, bitch. Once again, you're fucking ban evading. You must forget. Bitch, we sure as fuck though. Matter of fact, here's this link. Grab that motherfucker, Molly. Crack that fucking link, bitch, because I got time tonight for you. I got fucking time, bitch.
Tara, I just remembered who you were. I got it. Do you want a wrench? I fucking just got it. It's been bugging me. I figured it out.
And Miss Joy, keep it up. Strike my fucking channel one more time, Joy. I'm going to tell you right now, more. You got one more fucking time to strike my motherfucking channel on some bullshit. There's the link. I'll wait. That'd be Emily. Her name's Emily. But see, if I say her first name, Emily, I have to put other things in between it, like her middle name's Joy. Then I have to go back through it again and like use it as a process and explain shit to say, oh, well, her last name's Moore. That way she can't go in and try to strike my fucking channel for saying her fucking bitch ass name. Sure the fuck I am. I'm done. Bitch is tired. You hear me? I'm done. Tia Marie, thank you for dropping 5 of them on us. I appreciate you, baby. McKenna, thank you for going in there and trying to check that dirty ass fucking bitch. Rap sent the clown, I know, because I helped. I know McKenna. She kept trying to say I sent some clown and some drug addict to get her. Bitch, no the fuck I didn't. You got me fucked up with somebody else. Amnesia running rampant on these streets tonight, baby. Let's see here. Annie, Banani, Moose, Knuckle, Molly, all about being mean and rude. Well, that's just who the fuck her dumbass is. That girl says that some people will never forget.
So here's another thing. I'm glad I just saw this. Someone said that that girl is the one that's feeding Betty all her money. I was like, who the fuck came up with that one? I was like, yeah, that one it was Molly. Molly said that on fucking Dolly last night. She's like, yeah, Molly, Betty's biggest supporter is that girl. I'm like, what? Like, no, it's not.
Laundry basket. Yeah, big girl. You know what? It's good to see you, that girl. Nevermore, Pepperidge Farm remembers, baby, we don't fucking forget. Tragedy pimping ass bitch. And here you go, slithering the fuck underneath another family using Clue and her friends to do it. Okay. Chris will see right through your bullshit. Miss Melanie coming in, dropping 10 of them on us. I appreciate that. Let me go pin this fucking link right here. Because I've had enough of the shit. You got me fucking all the way fucked up, bitch. I got time today. I got motherfucking time today. Because I have fucking had it. All the shit you've done to all these people. What about your little friend Oni fucking swatting folks? That's why I was really confused when Jay had you up there. What the fuck?
Queen Bee, just so you know, Jay also swatted with fucking Oni. So you can't only blame Marissa because Jay was the one directly involved in that. Just saying.
I know on that fucking clip channel, that fucking swat that happened. You know what? Let me light this blunt. Because, boy, I'm going to light your ass the fuck clean up.
Hey. So that was pretty much it. But now, if you listen, now we got to go to Dolly's and you'll hear a complete reversal. Hold on. Hold on. Someone made a video. Hold on. See, Pug Love, she made a community post though that she wasn't talking about her having breast cancer. But with someone like Bombshell, I'm sorry, but that's someone I would look for proof. She had a lump removed and had stitches, but that's all I heard. Well, lumpectomy, you would have something removed, but we all know Bombshell. Bombshell would have made a huge production out of it and used it for sympathy and money. We all know this about Bombshell. So for her to do it quietly and nobody knew, yeah, I'm not buying that at all.
Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, etc.
QB thinks Molly Golightly doesn't tell the truth and is unreliable. She won't want a statement from her. Yeah, I heard about that. Queen Bee, I don't owe you anything. You've never been kind to me, so unreliable. Can't you don't believe a thing that I say. How can we have wait, what was she saying today? Well, that stuff she was saying about me today. Tiffany Marie was clipping it. We had my Patreons clipping it. They're like, I don't owe QB anything. Sorry, sweetheart, but I'm the one that's not gonna fucking kiss your ass. Number one, you've done a whole lot of shit to me. You allowed me to get shit on, right? How many times? Right? You're sending clowns and fucking junkies down to Quentin Simon's house? Not okay. You got that woman up on your fucking panel that got herself fucking fired. Try to blame it on fucking us. I don't know why you fucking did that. And what did Chris say to you today? What did Chris say to you today? Because Chris at lunch said, QB wants to know why you won't pick up the phone for her lawyer. Why? Ask her. Why don't you text her back and say, did she ever apologize for anything that she has done or said? No. It gets worse. Not only did she not apologize, but she also never reached out herself. Common courtesy would have been, Marissa, I know we haven't gotten along. I'd be like, I don't have a problem with you. You do your thing your way. I'm over in my little fucking corner. The only thing we have in common is one thing. We don't like Bullhorn Betty. But I already told you everything about Bullhorn Betty. There's no secrets. There's nothing I can provide. And I am not going to kiss your fucking ass like everyone else does. I know everyone kisses your fucking ass. I am the last fucking one that's gonna fucking bow down to you. Sorry, sweetheart. I'd rather not be here. I don't fucking need you for anything, and I never have. You've never helped me. You didn't even donate.
Like Molly completely twisted this because Queen Bee asked her on panel, like, do you want to help, you know, do you want to sign an affidavit? And she was like, yes, definitely. You know, let's go after her. I remember it. So Molly trying to act all tough here is fucking ridiculous. Like, Molly, you sound stupid.
$10 fucking to my fucking trip fund. So tell me again how I owe you something. Now sit down and shut the fuck up. Get the fuck out of here. You're making all this money on Sebastian. When the fuck did you show up to fucking Nashville? Get the fuck out of here. Another one. All fucking talk. All fucking talk. Yeah, let's just make all the money we can off these kids and not do a damn fucking thing. When was the last fucking time that QB did a fundraiser connected to childhood autism, cancer, anything? Never fucking happens. It never fucking happened and it never fucking will. Period. Period. It's not gonna fucking happen. Don't you ever think that I owe you something, because I'm not doing shit for nobody. And the only people I do favors for are fucking friends. Period. So tell your lawyer, don't fucking call me. You should have a bigger fucking problem with the fact. I shouldn't be your fucking problem. Your fucking problem is the fact that she's over here in court saying free speech, free speech, free speech, free speech. And she's got a lawyer up there making an asshole out of himself. But her free speech, her free speech. Are you picking up what I'm saying yet? Are you picking up what I'm saying yet? There will be clues. So you don't have free speech. Yeah, anything? No? Gotcha. If you didn't pick that up, I don't know what to tell you. Queen Bee, no, actually, what I said was you were all about being against Betty, but won't answer my, I won't answer your attorney call because I'm not doing you a fucking favor. I don't owe you anything. Your attorney means nothing to me. Oh, so you think that we're going to hate bond over her? That's not going to happen. It's being real. No, I think you're fake as fuck. That's what I think. I think you're fake as fuck. You could have fucking easily fucking picked up the phone or sent me a fucking email. You didn't do that. Instead, you're sending messages to Chris at lunch right in front of me. I'm not doing nothing for you, Soooo. Kiss my fucking ass. You've done nothing for me. All you do is go after people. I want to fucking know. When are you coming down here to show support for this kid? Never. You're never going to show support for this kid. You're never going to show support for this family. All it is fucking kissing ass to get him up on your fucking stage so you can sit there with 6 other fucking people doing your job where you roll up fucking blunts. You are not my fucking type of people. Get the fuck out of here. Say what you want to fucking say. I am a fucking above you and I will always be fucking above you. Handle your own shit. Handle your own fucking shit. That's your fucking problem. You tell your fucking attorney to get this shit thrown out. You still haven't done that. Why? Makes no fucking sense. You think that I'm gonna come to your fucking rescue? What are you, fucking high? You must be fucking high. I know I ain't fucking high. I'm not doing nothing for you. I owe you nothing. But the thing is everybody kisses her ass. I'm not kissing your fucking ass. I'd rather eat shit than eat your fucking whatever you're fucking serving. It's not happening. I'm not your fucking friend. I'm not your fucking friend. I'm nobody's fucking friend in this fucking area. I have the people that fucking took care of me. I have my fucking friends. I've met fucking most of them. I know who my fucking people are. I don't fucking need you telling me what I need to fucking do and telling me that we're gonna fucking hate bonds. What are you fucking saying? I would love to meet. You know what? What's our fucking address? That's why you're using them too to grow your channel. All right, I'm gonna screenshot what she just said right there. You know what? I'll do it. That's why you're using them to. All right, how does that make sense, Queen Bee? How am I using them to grow my channel? I'll wait. Do you see Katie's? Do you see hashtag? Have you ever seen any of these on my channel? Until you have, shut the fuck up. Shut your fucking mouth. Using them how? I didn't photograph them. I didn't record them. What are you fucking lying to yourself? You might as well just fucking sit in the same playpen as fucking Betty. These are both fucking delusional. These are both You guys are so fucking fake. It's absolutely unfucking real. You're just like her. You're just fucking like her. You're just like her. Don't be mad. What? Because I won't kiss your fucking ass? Get the fuck out of here. You got another fucking thing coming if you think that I'm gonna fucking kiss your low life ass. You're a fucking heifer. Fucking worthless. Absolutely fucking worthless. You can't even carry a fucking live on your own. Get the fuck out of here. You got the whole fucking trailer park up on your fucking stage. Shit, you even walk away to go fucking food shopping. Are you the same fucking person? I think you fucking are. You know what? I wish we were having this fucking conversation face to face. I really do. I wish we were having this conversation face to face. I don't think you'd fucking last very long. Oh, what's the matter? Everybody's fucking kissing your ass all the time, right? Fuck out of here. Sit down. Sit down. Go roll a blunt. Go do whatever it is that you fucking do. Go make some fucking oatmeal. Go do something weird. Go spark up a live. Hey, you guys. We're going to talk about Seth Rogers. Here's the link. Everybody wants to come in here. Hold on, I'm gonna fucking hurl. Oh, I think there's a fucking earthquake and a tiny tornado simultaneously outside my house. Get the fuck out of here. It's a mix of Arabic meets a garbage truck. What language is that? Listen, I'm not getting into fucking Bombshell like I'm not fucking getting into you. You guys are too fucking easy to crack on. Sit the fuck down. That's... Oh my God. Are you okay? Do you need something to drink? Can somebody get this person some water? Anybody? I think we might need an ambulance. Are you sure you're in the right place? She came in running her fucking mouth. I guess you don't fucking know me very well. Listen, this ain't even about her, okay? This is about fucking Bullhorn Betty playing fucking games. Did you get, let these people get fucking mad. Oh, Molly's trying to grow her channel. I ain't doing fucking shit. I ain't doing fucking shit. I am here for it, baby. I am here for it. Now it's getting fucking hot. Maybe nothing that will put on that air conditioning. I'm a woman, I promise. Oh, it's cold out here. I think I need to put on a couple extra coats. It's cold out here. Did anybody find out where Bullhorn Betty's staying? I know she ain't staying in this area. So you're telling me not one of these fucking people put a tracker on her fucking car yet? Not one fucking person thought of that? My fucking husband puts trackers on fucking renters. It's illegal? Hey, no one said you have to know. Listen, Tiffany, my father is retired to tax lab, and he says that's illegal, Tiffers. No, my father says it's illegal. Oh, well, if Adrian's doing it, he's probably doing it like some really weird Russian way. He probably has his own fucking system. He's got a fucking Google Earth account attached to it. You want to know where that fucking asshole is? Where? He's a fucking Starbucks. What?
All right, that about covers it for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below.
So I thought that was a clip from Dolly's. So Dolly's, she said, I'm not a liar. Why would anyone think I'm a liar? Okay, Molly, whatever gets you through the fucking day. So let me see if I could pull that up. I thought that's what this was, but it wasn't. This was a channel called Spitfire Spotlight. Looks like she covers mostly Betty. All right. Miss Pabiette. All right. There's Molly in chat. All right. Oh, damn. She's on for like an hour. I will kind of skip through it.
Are you really in Tennessee? And I said, yeah. She goes, holy shit. Oh my God. And I was like, yeah. She was like, what do you, like, are you serious? And I'm like, yeah, I'm going right now. So we talked through to my Uber. And when I got there, the real me too, you know, and looking like a fucking troll. And I looked at her.
Did she look gray to you? Because on the news, she looked like her whole head was gray. Like,
yeah.
she looked like she's aged 10 years.
Yeah.
What I have a problem with, I don't have a problem with anyone not liking Betty, but basically Molly fucking invented Betty. Betty was nobody until Molly taught her every fucking dirty trick she knows. Now all of a sudden she's fixated on Betty and she thinks that she's so much better than Betty. Dude, you taught Betty everything. Stop. It's so fucking fake.
Yeah, no, she doesn't look good at all. Everybody noticed. I couldn't even notice her at first. And I stood there and I didn't move. I just looked dead at her.
And that's another thing. Why does Molly think that Betty gives a fuck if she's there or not? Like, Molly's head is too big for a fucking brain. Like, she thinks that Betty cares. Betty doesn't give a fuck if you're there, Molly. Like, you're nothing to her. Like, you're not fucking important.
Until she started word of mouthing to her little friends.
About you? Was she surprised
I don't care what
when
she was saying, but
was she surprised? Did she look surprised when she seen you?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
And I was wearing a really bright dress. Now, what's crazy is I was late because you can't bring purses in. I didn't know this. Tripping because it took a freaking Uber here from downtown, and I needed. She goes, you know what? You can come put your thing down the street. Is a block over, and the district attorney held my bag, and she started talking to me, and she goes, so, you know, what brings you down here? Blah 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 blah. And she asked me what I knew about Bullhorn Betty, and then she said to me, well,
who the fuck is she bullshitting? Molly, the district attorney wasn't holding your fucking pocketbook. She didn't ask you about Betty, but you don't lie, right, Molly? Get the fuck out of here. She's so fucking full of shit. This is why I stopped listening to her. She's like a legend in her own fucking mind.
She goes, when we got into the elevator, she goes, well, what I can say is this thing is going to kind of, from what I hear, go on and on. So kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like she was very wishy with it.
Yeah, that it's not going to end today.
Yes. And I was okay with that. I was totally okay with that. I was just so grateful that she was willing to hold my purse for as long as she did. And I walked in, stared her fucking down, and I thought that she really thought that I was calling her bluff. But that's okay. And, you know, I sat with the Proud Feet and the Bower Socks, and there was a really fucking annoying chick that I did not like.
She can't even say their name right. That's like the biggest insult. It's Proud Foot, not Proud Feet.
I didn't like her, Dolly. She kept moving closer to me and closer to me. I kept moving her. I got to the end of the bench. I told her, I said, you talk too much. You're talking all over me. I said, you're all over me.
And who was the woman, Molly?
The IS. Well, I didn't know who she was. She had a really sharp nose, and I'm looking at her nose. I'm like, why didn't this bitch
messing up Chris's name? Did you ever say anything about Chris or his sister?
Chris? No. Expected her friends to be there.
No, they kind of abandoned her today. And, you know, I think the reason Betty's acting the way she is because they put her up to that. And, well, I mean, she probably would have acted bad anyway, but they didn't help the situation. They riled Betty up and unleashed her, and then they didn't show up to help her, which I think is a slap in the face to Betty. That's like getting somebody put in jail and then not showing up to help them.
So sorry about that. You know what happened? I'll tell you what happened.
the what do you call it went out, my internet, because you have to update it every 24 hours. So anyway, I didn't see Seth Rogers. Then I sat with them and they went through a whole bunch of people and blah, 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 never went anywhere. Exactly what he was talking about. It was pretty vague. I can only tell you what I saw and heard. But all of a sudden he said, I'm giving this off to Judge McCormick, go to lunch. Blah. And, you know, it was just, it looked pretty serious. And he was punishing people more than, like, there was this one guy who had like an $80,000 bond and his.
Thank you, Tara. Her, Betty's hair is much better gray than it is yellow. So I'm not hating on her hair.
His lawyer said, well, sir, what can you pay? And the judge goes, I don't care what he can pay. The bond stays. The nails to say freedom of speech, freedom of speech, freedom of speech, freedom of speech. And he kept going on about her freedom of speech. And I'm thinking, wait a second. You do know that Andrea can't use the freedom of speech here and still sue Queen B. Like, does Andrea get that? Did Andrea get that memo? Otherwise, she's a hypocrite. Because it's like what you talked about last night, selective outrage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So all of a sudden, the state's like, we want to show you a couple of videos. The first video that they show of Andrea was, they were like, she couldn't even hold on to her. Apparently, she wasn't at.
By the way, Tara, candles, I have a sale going right now, $15 candles. So I wanted to let you know that too.
A hearing. There was some hearing that she never showed up to, but the lawyer did. And before the Barasats and the Proud Feet walked outside and got to the things, multiple people were sending text messages. Multiple people were sending messages through Facebook saying she's already violated. The video that they showed is her up against the wall. And she's like, I'm waiting for my breakfast to be prepared. And she's she's talking like in another personality, like very hoity-toity. And she was like, I just want you to know that this is never going to be over. Blah, 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 blah. She's going on and on. And she's sitting there with all this poise. And she's got her, you know, her little trapper keeper, and she's trying to act like she's a lawyer the way she was holding.
But if she ends up having to pay a bunch of money,
like very hoity-toity, and she was like, I just want you to know that this is never going to be over. Blah, blah, blah. Like, God almighty, Betty. It was like she was getting off on it. And I wasn't amused. I was like, this is absolutely nuts. Then they show another video. Now this creeped me out because I didn't understand why. They said, you're about to watch a video, just a warning, there's 30 minutes, but we're only going to show you the beginning. And in this video, I think Jay for Justice found it, but maybe you guys could find it. She's wearing a brown, dark brown wife beater, sunglasses, hair pulled back. And she's going off on Justin, calling him, like, you want to go with that trash, blah, 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 blah. Da, 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 da. And it was 10 minutes of that. Did it do her any favors? No. But she is saying, when all this is done, I'm going after the Barasats, I'm going after the Proud Feet, blah, blah, blah. So then her own attorney is saying, well, this is the problem. They didn't, she goes, Bullhorn Betty never put at Chris Proudfoot, only hashtag Chris Proudfoot, hashtag Katy Perry.
Katy Perry, yeah, Katy Proudfoot. I got you, Molly.
And then her lawyer was saying, oh yeah, that's just to get more attention, to garner more attention and focus on that. So then it got really.
What I really feel bad for Molly about, Farika, you're 50 fucking years old. It's not sexy to have cleavage that low. That is not attractive, Molly. You look like a lowlife. I don't know when you're going to fucking realize this. When you hit 50, that's not sexy. It doesn't look good. It looks horrible.
Interesting, because one of my predictions came true. He said, did you know, Miss Proudfeet, that she also does other true crime things? Because I remember I was saying, notice how she's trying to change it up. I said, I'm telling you, a lawyer told her to start talking about other stuff.
Other stuff, yeah.
because she's so hyper focused on him. Now, when she talks about other stuff, nobody pays attention to her.
Yeah.
Boom. So she can't really let this go. So they were making her attorneys over there making a big deal about, well, she's part of the press, and the state said whether we like it or not, she is a journalist. Whether she like it, they called her a YouTubist.
Yeah, YouTubist. I heard that.
You did, and I looked over at Clue, and Clue looked at me, and we just were like, "Oh my god, YouTubist!" Hashtag YouTubist in the chat, please. So after that, place it and blah blah blah. She's going in on Justin like this, but that's what they played. Not a lot, like you're crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, I went, looked over at Katie, looked over at Chris, and it was like, oh my god, like she's not even double downing. I go, she's crazy, and I just wish that I could call my husband so fucking bad, and you couldn't. I wish that I had it on film, and I was like, oh my god, she's doing it. So anyway, we leave, and Billboard Betty doesn't come out. Apparently, come out if she knows people are waiting for her. I had to go over to the district attorneys to get my purse. Then the Proud Sox came.
That purse is like 30 years old. It's not in style anymore. I don't care if it's a Louis Vuitton. It's not in style. It went out years ago.
By that time, she was still hiding, didn't see her. I wanted to confront her. I couldn't. I did call her a dirty bitch in the hallway. And then when she walked by me again, I told her she was disgusting. And of course, she didn't do anything. But the whole time, she was so like, she was doing that. You know, Andrea does that. I'm so special. I'm the mayor. She was pulling that. And then maybe she thought that we would. Maybe she thought that you guys would be totally cool. You're just going to buy what she's saying. But for her to say this is what we wanted. No, Betty, you don't fight to get it tossed out and then be like, yeah, this is exactly what we want. So all of a sudden, out of the fucking blue, thank God, my husband fucking calls. I'm like, he's like, did you make it to Tennessee safe? And I said, yes. He goes, I don't know when I'm gonna be home, but I should be home soon. So I'm like, all right, good. So I tell him, and I said, Age, I'm fucking tripping out. And I said, remember that old saying? I go, if you can avoid litigation. And he goes, yes, in all areas of law, you avoid litigation. He goes, she wanted to go to the higher court and for it to be heard by a grand jury. He goes, she did it. I said, Adrian. He goes, wow. And I said, I don't know. And that's really what happened. So she's like, she tells herself is one thing, but I know I understand what they're saying, and I know how to process it. And I'm not here. I'm being called a liar.
I don't know why somebody would call you a liar if they wasn't there. How do they know if you're lying if they're not there to know you if you're lying or not?
The news coverage of court. Courtney, send it to Dolly if you have it.
Yeah, I have some of the coverage of court, but it was short.
Everyone there was making fun of her because she was running over to the press. She was running over. There was only one camera guy. There she was wanting her 5 minutes, wanting her 5 seconds. I was just like, she honestly, she was revolting. But the best thing about it was the fact that Seth was not there.
I wonder why Seth didn't show up. I mean, that kind of boggles my mind.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be a team, but where's the team? All I seen was Sonya and Karen there with her.
Sonya was there?
Yeah, I think that was Sonya that was with her. That
the old bottle of perfume?
I don't know. I wasn't there, Molly. I just seen the video. It looked like Sonya and Karen.
I mean, I recognize Karen because she's like.
Yeah, I think the other girl was Sonya.
And Katie showed me her cell phone with all the pictures on it of Sebastian and different little animals and things that they had. And they were talking about Easter plans, what they were going to do for Easter. It was the whole family. Yeah. Did I feel uncomfortable at first? Yeah, of course. I don't know them. But for the most part, I mean, I hate those times, you know, Dolly, when it kind of hits you that some of the things that you talk about, which this is not a story that I talk about. Like this is not something I follow. Like, I don't know everything. And I've told everybody that, like, this is not my story. I don't claim it. And I've never used hashtag Sebastian. I've never used any of the Proud Feet's name. I've never made a cent off of it. But I realized that he really is a human. And I hate that feeling is when the victim comes to life. I don't like that feeling. And all those old feelings started coming back of us being outside, of Leilani Simon's house and, us just all these.
But the thing about Leilani, there was proof. There was more to the Leilani story than there is against the Proud Feet.
I mean, we were sweating to death, but, just a lot of things. I mean, I started to think about you and the way she treated that whole situation. She was in no rush to go and get you out of there. She definitely didn't make it a priority. It was more about let's get over there because we can.
That's a fucking lie, because we all saw Betty freaking out about Dolly being arrested. So that is a fucking lie, among other things.
Get, news coverage.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that's really what it was. And it's just, this is all about Andra. And she's not okay up there.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is coming unhinged. Like I was like, when I seen it on the news, I was like, who the
By the way, I think this is where it starts. Get your shovels ready, because it's about to go deep.
hell was this gray-haired old lady? And it's like she didn't even dye her hair for court, or like, I don't know, maybe she's over bleaching it so it don't fall out. I mean, I don't know.
She doesn't take care of herself, and she sat there, and the way that she walks, I mean, she literally walks through, and she thinks that nobody notices her and her giggling and her smiling, and it's all about attention. And the things that would scare you and scare me, because I remember when we were down in front of Leilani Simons and you were saying, oh, hell no with this shit. I know I'm going to get arrested, so I'm going to stay in a motel by my damn self across the state line. Do you remember that?
Yeah, because I didn't trust the police, because she kept saying such bad thing about the police. I didn't want to be there and get hemmed up for some shit that I didn't do. I don't mind going to jail for shit I did. I just don't want to go to jail for something I didn't do, Yeah. I do enough to, that I can, I shouldn't have never grabbed that bullhorn from that lady. And, I put myself in jail, but I don't want to go to jail for something I didn't do. I did that. You know what I'm saying? So I deserve to go to jail on that one, but I don't want to be like, they pull me over and I got a kilo of cocaine in my car. And next thing you know, I'm up in prison for 10 years because she's saying Chief Hatley's cheating on his wife. You know what I'm saying? So she don't care what she says about the police. And that shit scares me, because if they are corrupt.
It scares me too. And did you know, Dolly, that not too long after that, Bullhorn Betty showed up at my friend's house in Savannah asking for a place to stay. And did you know that she told my friend Jennifer, Jen Between, she told Jennifer, she supports you, by the way. She told Jennifer, she needed a place to stay because she paid for a room for the woman, Aileen Natal, the one that got you arrested, the Bullhorn. She was friends with her.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. I mean,
I did doubt it. I was like, Jen, I think you're mistaken. She goes, Marissa, no, it was the lady that claimed that. I go, Aileen Natal. She goes, yeah. So simultaneously, I'm finding out that she was talking to voices behind the wall and then making friends with Aileen Natal. Like, what is this?
Oh, I know she was friends with her shortly after it. I mean, she may have been friends with her during it. I mean, I don't know. I think all the chaos was helping, like, everybody with their views, is what I thought, but it was pissing me off. You know what I'm saying? I was the only one mad.
That was horrible. That was horrible. And then she wonders why she can't keep friends.
Yeah, I don't like hearing anybody talk bad about me. I'm a human. I don't want to hear people saying bad things about me that don't know me, or don't know what I'm about or why I'm there, but they're saying all these things, and they all know they're in it together, but I didn't.
I didn't know either.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that everybody, if it's just show, somebody tell me it's just a show, but if it's real, then if it's a show, I won't be mad. But if this is real, you're pissing me off. You know what I'm saying? So I'm human. I get mad just like anybody else.
Well, look at that lady Yada. Is that Lady Yada? Just like that. She was in the trash.
Oh, that was friends with Betty and was Katie's cousin or something like that.
And remember, she takes notes. She was like, yeah, mess with me and I'll put out all.
And if you notice, every time Dolly talks, Molly's not interested. She's only on, like, looking at the camera, although I wish she would turn her camera off, but she's only looking at the camera when she's speaking. But as soon as Dolly speaks, she's off doing something else.
Oh, you're blah, 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 blah. That's how Betty is, man.
Well, these people that are jumping from side to side, like, 1 minute, just like Terry Lynn that you said you didn't like in the courtroom. 1 minute she's on the green team. 1 minute she's trying to be friends with Chris and Katie. I don't trust any of these people that do that shit. If you're willing to jump sides that quick, you'll jump sides on me just as fast as you jump sides on them.
You're right.
And it's like people that shit talk people. Well, when you're not around, they're shit talking you.
Yeah. You're the one being talked about.
Yeah. So I don't never trust any of those people. I don't hold anything they say with any sort of weight whatsoever. Because I know when I leave, if you're shit talking people.
Everything she's saying about Betty is her. It's not anyone else. It's her. And she does this to everybody. She projects onto everybody.
People, you're going to be shit talking me when I leave. It's just the way the world works.
I never heard Betty really talk shit about you ever. I never did. Well, actually, we were both simultaneously mad when you made friends with
John Wells.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, it don't even matter to me. No, the judge stepped down. So I mean, there's only what corrupt. She don't make a lot of money on YouTube, right? And you only get so much in donations. So
Vet Girl is her donor.
Vet Girl?
Yep.
But would she have a big donor?
Yeah. Vet Girl.
Okay.
He named her Lisa. That's who that is. Vet Girl.
Oh, I don't know. I don't watch it. You only get so much in donation.
There you have it. She said that girl is Betty's biggest donator. I don't think so.
So
Vet Girl is her donor.
Vet Girl?
Yep.
But would she have a big donor?
Yeah. Vet Girl.
Okay.
He named her Lisa. That's who that is. Vet Girl.
Oh, I don't know. I don't watch it.
Ohio.
So she has somebody that's forking up the money for these attorneys.
Her main source of money. She can thank Justin for that.
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure I would rather have.
Oh, Vet Girl. Okay. So that just shows me Molly's jealous as fuck because Vet Girl used to be with Molly. So that makes sense.
That money in my pocket, then that money go into a lawyer.
Remember, the lawyers always win.
Yeah, of course. That's who gets all the fucking money. That's the same thing with me in Georgia. Like, yeah, I got away with everything, but that lawyer got away with a fat ass pocket. You know what I'm saying? Who really got it? He did. He won. You know what I'm saying? What did I win? I didn't go to jail, but he walked away thousands and thousands richer. You know? But yeah, maybe that's what it's gonna have to take.
Vet Girl turned on Justin or Molly turned on Justin? But you see what I mean, though? Whenever Dolly talks, she's not interested. She's all over the place. But as soon as she speaks, she's all into the camera.
Take is to hit her pocket for her to learn a lesson, you know, because this ain't going to stop here. We know this is just, you know, there's another case coming and there'll be another case coming. And is she going to act the same way in the next cases, you know, and she's burned a lot of bridges along the way and don't really care, you know?
Nope. It's a dangerous way to live, man.
You know, so yeah, I think you want to keep some friends out there and you don't want to burn every bridge.
Nope.
And she gets, as she walks across them, she's pouring gasoline. And if anybody learns from it, you can't trust her. No. You know, she'll stab you in the back really quick, you know, and it like.
I think it's been since the day I met her. I'm going to F you before you F me. Did you get that vibe from her?
No, I didn't really get a real bad vibe from Betty. Like, I knew that she would turn on you, right? I learned a lot in Georgia. But I had seen Betty do good too, you know, so it wasn't like Betty was all bad. But then I really started to see some of her dirty tactics in Georgia. And that's when I got weary of Betty. In the whole recording everything, I didn't know when I was being recorded. And when, you know, and she's telling me I record everything. I record every phone call. I record every interaction. I record, you know, so I was just thinking, you know, I'm a private person and then I'm an online person. When I'm just chilling, I don't expect people to be recording me and doing these things. To me, that's like, and if I record people, I let you know I'm recording you. I don't do like this sneaky, to me, it's sneaky, right? It just has a sneaky vibe to it. And that's when I started to get a little sketched about, well, now I got to watch what I say because you're using things like, it's like somebody's always looking for something to blackmail you with.
Yeah. Well, she did it with,
you know, and like, I mean, not that I do a lot of things to be blackmailed for, but I'm just saying, like, I shouldn't have to watch what I say or like, you know, like expect somebody that I consider a friend to be secretly recording me.
Sure.
You know, like that's just some foul shit. And that was just the first like red flags, right? And then after that, you know, it didn't take her long to just completely.
Rocco, $15 candles. And now is the time to get it. It's on the website.
Stab me in the back. And it wasn't a big deal. I knew it was coming. It wasn't like a surprise to me. I know how the internet works. People get along and then they fight. Then they get along. And it's friendship out of convenience, you know? Or you'll have frenemies. And then you have hate bonding. It's a little bit of all of that kind of combined, like high school. It's kind of YouTube.
I hate bonded with Illuminati and back with Jay for Justice, definitely. But now there's some weird rumor that someone just talked about. One of my Patreons just said that someone's going around and saying that I'm having, I don't even know if it was, wait. They're saying that I'm secretly still friends with Justin.
With Justin? You might be.
No. I think what he did was unforgivable.
What did he do? What part did he do that was unforgivable?
How about taking fake manipulated photos and submitting them?
Oh, okay. Yeah,
you don't think I think that's disgusting.
Yeah, I think it's pretty bad. Nobody believes me when I say stuff like that, but they think I'm just picking on Justin and I'm homophobic and all the bad things, you know.
No, the person who ever said anything homophobic to Justin was actually Betty.
Yeah, I mean, I don't give a fuck who he sleeps with. You know what I'm saying? He can.
I don't care.
He can hang out in whatever with every guy in the book for me. I don't care as long as you ain't trying to touch my cheeks. I ain't got no problem with you.
I do know that Chris Proudfeet wanted you to come. He was hoping that you would have came.
Yeah, I just, you know.
Why would Chris Proudfoot bring up Dolly to Molly? I mean, is it a fucking public show or is it a hearing for your son? Like, that was weird to me. That's why I think they're all fucked up.
I don't know what I would have got out of that, but people talking shit, you know. I just felt like,
yeah, I'm trying to use. Someone came into the chat earlier and goes, "You're just using them to grow your channel." I was like, "Do you know that in the YouTube world that's impossible?"
Being that she said that 3 times, yes, Molly, you're using them to grow your channel. It's so fucking obvious, and you said it like 3 fucking times. Yeah, Rosemary. If you you can pick out any scent and just write it in a little note that you want that scent. I just don't have the time to put every single scent on there. So that's why I'm just telling, I'm going to add a few more, but any particular scent that you see, just write it on there and I'll do it. It's not a big deal. Because it's not the scent that I saved on, it's the vessels. So that's why I could do any scent, but I have like over 200.
Possible because I've never used hashtag Sebastian, hashtag anyone. Anyone. I've never used the Bauer socks. I never used the Proudfeet in any hashtag.
Yeah, I just didn't know how that anywhere in that would benefit me other than cause me drama, like people talking about me or just other channels talking about me, because lately no channels have been talking about me. I like to kind of keep it that way.
Because Molly's never done a case dirty. She's never been dirty with cases ever. Okay, Molly, you keep believing that.
That's why
they're jealous.
Yeah, I get it, but I try to avoid the fighting back and forth. I really don't have the time because, you know, when people talk shit about you, then you got to watch them, right?
Too old. I'm getting too old.
And then I got to watch your 4-hour live stream to hear the bad things you say about me, so I can say bad things about you. And then all that's going to do is make you say more bad things about me. And now I'm going back and forth with you, and I'm caught up, right? But it's summertime, and I want to enjoy my summertime.
Exactly. Enjoy your life. I mean, they could be over there saying, Molly, Galeli, and Dolly are cannibals.
Cannibals. Was you fighting with a drama channel today, Molly? Somebody said something about you was
when we were at lunch, Chris Proudfeet was sitting next to me with his cell phone. He said that Queen Bee was irritated that I won't pick up the phone for her lawyer. Now, number one, I had a whole bunch of renovations done in my house. Number two, if you are a patron of mine, you know that my phone has been broken for 3 days. Number four, I don't owe you shit. Number five, you've never reached out to me to say, hey, Marissa, you know, sorry for all the bullshit that me and my friends love to talk about you normally. And for years, I picked on you for shit that really was stupid, but, you know, you were good content at the time. But the fact that bothered me was I told Chris, I said, text her back and say, did you ever think to apologize for the things that you've done or said? She still didn't.
Oh no, hell no, that ain't coming. Like,
guess what?
Some people think they run shit out here on the YouTube streets like they're the boss of it or something.
I heard, and my Patreons were in there saying that she was saying if anyone mentions her name or mentions Jay's live
delete it. We don't want, like, she was big time jealous that I went on Jay for Justice. But the thing is Jay for Justice is a foreign channel.
I think what she was mad about is she thought she was going to get the scoop today, and Cluminati was busy and didn't hit her up, and it pissed her off. And like I don't know why Clue would be bowing down to this woman. Like, she don't run shit. Fuck what she says. You know, that's how I look at it. Who cares? Lady, shut up.
From what I understand, from what I was told today, Chris Proudfeet goes on her channel more, that she makes more than Cluminati, and not once has she ever showed up to court. Why am I at court? And
why would she show up to court? Like, this is fucking ludicrous. Most normal people don't show up to someone else's court date, Molly. You act like somebody owes you something for showing up to court. That was your fucking choice.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, everybody bows to her like she's somebody special. I don't get it. I've never got it. But maybe I need to put Queen in my name. Put King Dolly up here so people treat me like I'm a fucking king or something. I don't know. Like, listen, everybody has their own channels. Everybody does their own things. Like, I don't know why she thinks if you're friends with her, she has to be able to control you, right? And to me, it was like that's what she was doing to Clue today. And I was like, Clue, you don't owe that bitch shit.
Listen, when I saw Clue, she was either talking to the family, having lunch, or we were in two different courts.
Yeah, but I heard Clue explaining, like somebody sent me a clip of Clue having to explain herself to Queen. She ain't your mama. You know what I'm saying? Just because she put Queen in her name, don't make her actually the queen. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the thing is you're going to name yourself B. Well, then you should probably know that bees are known for honey and being sweet.
Yeah.
So if you're going to try and get something out of someone who you've been nothing but rotten to, right?
Yeah. Be nice to people. You'll be surprised what it'll get you in this world.
And that my opinions don't matter. Says who?
Well, maybe she'll learn from that, be a little more friendly to people, and they're a little more willing to do things for you than if you try to control somebody and boss them around, I
already told her I can't offer you anything except for, what does she think? That I'm just going to hand over my phone to her? What has she done for me? Did you know she didn't even give me a donation of $10 for my trip?
Oh, to the thing?
Nope, not even a $10. And
okay.
Marie said, I'm not shocked. She goes, she gives nobody nothing.
Why would Queen Bee give her $10 for a trip to fucking court? Molly claims she's so rich. She has so much money. So why would you need donations from anybody?
She's never done a fundraiser for anybody. She goes, she's all about herself. I go, yeah. And for her to think that I'm going to do anything for her, I say, I only do favors for friends. I don't consider her a friend. I've never had a private conversation with her. And you think that I'm going to kiss your fucking ass for what?
Well, she's trying to bond because y'all both hate Betty. It's a hate bond thing.
She should have done that 2 months ago.
Right.
I think they know.
I don't hate any of these people. I don't, even Queen Bee, I don't hate her. It's just like, you don't control everything, lady. You know what I'm saying? You don't control everything.
It doesn't even control me. Okay. I have a husband and a very strong husband. He still doesn't control me. No one's going to control me. He knows where I'm at. He doesn't approve of where I'm at. And honestly, my husband's one of the only people that actually feels bad for Betty.
Yeah. Like, I don't really feel bad for her because she kind of campaigned for her. She wanted to go to jail. She was saying, I don't care if they arrest me and they do this. And then when she got arrested, I mean, I can't feel bad for you if you're saying you wanted it to happen and then it happened.
She's all talk. She's no action.
You'll never hear me say I want to go to jail. You know what I'm saying? Hell no, I don't want to go. Hell no.
No, that's not. No.
I can have that.
She really is trying. She said it again today. She's like, oh, we all know that the court has it in for me and I'll never get treated fairly. Bitch, what are you talking about? They've been giving you and granting you everything you want.
Yeah, they ain't as corrupt as she said they were, or she'd already be in jail.
You're right.
So they ain't but so corrupt, or they would have had you under bars, and they haven't. So I would say that they're being fair as they can be under the situation. And at what point are you going to move on in this? Like, if I get in trouble for something, I'm going to shut up until that I'm out of trouble, at least. But she didn't do that. She doubled down, tripled down, and right now she's trying to hold it down.
Yeah, the judge low-key pretty much said, like, yeah, you can still, whatever, you can basically take the chance. You can still talk about her. Yeah. She's like, if you want to take that chance, go ahead. So Betty's going to still talk about the kid and well, not the kid. She's going to still talk about the Proudfeet and the Bower Sox. But it's basically enter as
enter at your own risk. That's what I think. That's the way I took it. And I was just, when I saw what happened, when I heard what happened, I looked over it and I was like, oh my God, I wasn't expecting that. For her to say, if that's the, you know, if you want to roll,
you're breaking up, Molly.
When I heard the judge say, if you want to roll the dice, go right ahead. It's not something I would do.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, look, Molly, I appreciate you coming up here and chopping it up with me. You be good. How long are you going to be in Tennessee?
None of your fucking business. You don't own me. You don't own me.
There was more. I don't know if I skipped over it, but Molly's still in fucking Tennessee. I have no idea why. But she did a video today. I was going through my news feed and I saw she was in there. Why are you still in a fucking hotel room? Like, is your life that fucking lonely? Like, it's weird. Like, really fucking weird. But he's kind of dumb. Should have kept him out. See, I don't even understand how this is even going to a grand jury. It's a restraining order. How does a restraining order go to a grand jury? I find this very weird. Like, isn't it just the standard restraining order and be done? I just find it odd. So, but that is what I have for you guys. I am out. I've been on 2.5 hours. But I want to thank you guys. And again, don't forget, energycandles.com. ENERGIE candles.com. Let me go ahead and drop the link. Candles are on sale. 1 for $15, 2 for $25. And if you see a scent that's not listed in the sale, just put it in a little note and I will make it with your scent that you want. And that goes for whether you're on this live, after this live, doesn't matter. The sale is going to be on till all these vessels are sold out. And I have a lot of them, like over 100. So we got some time. And I'm also using a new wax. I am using a coconut and olive oil blend, which I seem to like. But I need feedback on it. I need feedback from you guys. That's why I got to order candles. It is a high quality luxury wax, comparable with my others. And it's so far I like it. I'm not 100% convinced, but that's because it's still new and I don't have feedback on it yet. So we got to get feedback. So you guys got to order candles so I can get feedback on it. And that's it. So I am getting off. Thank you guys for super chats, PayPals, Cash Apps, the company. I didn't expect to be on this long, but I will see you guys tomorrow. And again, sucks for the Menendez brothers. We will be back May 9th, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful night. Peace. Thank you, good vibes. Much appreciated and much needed.